Hi, this is Julia, and I'll be doing my SDAIE strategy lesson on creating a KWL chart. Okay, class, your posters you worked on highlighted the steps in the process leading to creating an effective news report. They show me that you guys understand what those steps really are and what purpose is served at each step in the process. Great job. It seems like you guys really enjoyed yourselves working together to create the news reports. Now that you're all finished recording your reports, we're going to take a look back and see what we gained from this lesson. Please pull out your journals and move to an empty page. We're going to work on a KWL chart together. I will get to what that means in just a moment. I will be doing one on the board for you to see, but I would like each one of you to create your own as we work through it together. So in the end, each one of you will have your own KWL chart to turn into. Now, a KWL chart helps us look at our lesson from 3 different perspectives. That's 3 ways of looking at our lesson through different viewpoints. First, we have K. K is for what we already knew about writing an effective news report before starting the lesson. Let's take a moment to think about what did we already know about writing news reports. Think about what goes into writing a news report. Did you already know some of that? Think for a moment longer. Okay, now turn to your partner and discuss for another moment before we come together as a class to share. Be sure to have at least one topic to share in case I call on you. Alright, now that you've had time to think and share with your partner, let's hear what you came up with. Who can share with the class what they already knew before we started? Anyone? Jay, go ahead. That's a good one. Jay already knew that news stories always start with a catchy line. Can we get one more? Casey, go ahead. Okay, yes, that's right. News stories are not that long, are they? So class, make sure that you're writing these down in your KWL charts in your journal. Now that we have 2 examples, I would like you to write one down of your own. Good, it looks like most of you are finishing up. Let's move to W. W stands for what we want to learn. This means that after finishing this lesson and creating your news reports, there's still something that you would like to still learn about, writing an effective news report, or learn more about. Does everyone understand this one? This can be a little misleading at first. What else would you like to learn? Take a moment, think on this for a bit. Okay, now turn to your partner and discuss this with them for a minute or so. Good, if I could get your attention back, please. Who is ready to share? What else would you like to learn about writing an effective news report? Something that you are curious about, something that interests you enough to learn more about. Yes, Alexis, please share what you want to learn more about. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, let's write this down, everyone. I on the board and you in your journals. Don't forget, you'll be turning this in, so Alexis would like to learn more about how to pick the right stories. That is very important. You want stories that will keep the interest of your audience. Good one, Alexis. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. No one wants to share. That's okay. Go ahead and write down at least one more topic that you would like to learn more about. Take a minute to do. Let's bring it back to the board now. Now we are at L. L is for what we have learned through this lesson. Take a look back and think about what we did in this lesson preparing to write an effective news report. What did you learn as you went through the process? Think for a moment, and then I would like you to once more share with your partner. Tell each other something you wouldn't have known if you had not been through this lesson. What do you know now that you didn't know before we started working on writing an effective news report? I'll give you some time. Now let's talk about what you learned. I'm calling on raised hands only. At this point, I should see everyone's hand up, way up, because you should have all learned a few things from this lesson. If not, we have a small problem, and we need to start over. Okay, let's see those hands. Who wants to be the first one? Drew, let's hear what you learned. Yes, we did learn that. Let me get this down. See, we learned about the 5 W's. Let's write those down. Also, who, what, where, when, and why. Frankie, go ahead. You have something to add to that? That's right. Let's not forget how. How goes along with the 5 W's? These are the questions that all your new students should answer. One more. Who can give me one more thing they learned? Jess. Right, the inverted pyramid. We did learn to use the inverted pyramid to structure our stories. This is a good one that involves several parts. Thank you just for that example. Please, everyone write this down in your journal. Now, before you add one more thing you learned to finish up your KWL chart, write down the 4 sections of the inverted pyramid. I'll give you a minute to think about that and talk to your partner if you need to, and then write them down. When you're finished with that, finish up with your last example. Great. Class, now our KWL chart is complete. Now we can look at our charts and see what we already knew about writing an effective news report before starting the lesson, along with what we would still like to learn more about, and last, what we learned from the lesson. As soon as you're finished completing your charts, let's get ready to watch your news report.